Hello there. Good day, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Apologies for what happened yesterday rather. My name is Luke Davis from Agape Media, and let us continue with our classes with where we stopped last time. Now, last time we were doing a lot of things. We introduced ourselves to so many tools on Adobe Illustrator or on vector graphics design, and so today we are going to continue from there. As I promised last time, we said that this time around we are going to do something really so tangible, something so practical. So ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, let us kickstart our class for today. Well, all right. Today I wanted us to do something very interesting. I wanted us to recreate something. Okay, so I got some logo here. Right, there is an NGO called DCA, and I one time worked for them for just a short contract, but then I like their logo. It is very simple, and so today I want us to recreate this logo. This is the only work we are going to do. It is very simple, very interesting. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is what we are going to recreate. So in your assignment, you will go and recreate this. I'm going to send this in the WhatsApp group so that you can look at it very well and try to recreate it. Now we have this oval, okay, and then we have a fish with an eye, then the word DCA, then act alliance. So in our assignment for today, that is what we shall be doing. So ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, let us go straight ahead and try to recreate that. Now, first thing first, we said last time we have to create our artboard. So go to File, then New, then go to, okay, we can give it a name. Let's say logo. That's our file name. Let's choose A4 for now. We can choose between portrait or landscape. Let's take landscape. Then we click OK. So now that's our paper. That's our artboard where we're going to work from. Okay. Now, number one, before we go ahead, let's create a background. So we're going to draw a background all over this paper. All right. And we make it white. Or we can draw the background at last. Why are we doing it first? Let's delete it, actually. Let's do it without the background, then we bring the background at last. So ladies and gentlemen, since we are going to share this just via devices, let's change the color mode to RGB. In our notes, we said RGB, we use it for devices and web and so on. But when you're doing it for print, you always stick to CMYK. So how do you change the color mode? Go to File, then go to Document Color Mode down here. Change from CMYK to RGB. Alright, you're going to notice the difference later if at all you don't change. So that's why I'm saying you should just change right away without wasting time. So let's go ahead and we can keep looking at our, sorry, what is this one doing here? We can look at our logo. So what do we start with? Let's start with this one. Yeah, it's very simple. DCA Act Alliance. So we are just going to open our work, go to the text tool, then type the word DCA. Alright, we play around with it, go to character, we make it big. We can increase the font size. Remember, according to the logo, it's really big. So let's try to check the font style. Now, this is what we have. But what about the logo? What is this font style? So let's check amongst the font styles we have here, and we'll see which one would be a little bit let's try this. Do they look the same? Do they look similar? To me, yeah, somehow, yeah, I think it's the one. So just go ahead and make it bigger. Now, we said to make it big, please don't just drag from the sides. You would end up distorting your character. So please go to character and then font style, font size here. Then you just increase, please. Just be a little patient, okay? Some of us are really so impatient and we don't want to wait. We just want to hurry so fast and we drag from the sides and we end up distorting everything. Now, checking on our logo here, I think we are done with the DCA. Now we go to Act Alliance. Act Alliance. Now, that's the next thing we're going to do. So we still go back to the text tool. Now, we're not going to use the same one. Because someone lazy could have done this, could come here and use this, bring the cursor down and just type Act Alliance. But it's going to give you hard time. So let's use it, use two different tools. So put that one there. It's in small letters, Act Alliance. Now you realize it's really so big, so let's just use this indicators down here. It's for moving our artboard, centering it. So what we do, we highlight or we select. We come to the selection tool so that our text is selected. Then we come to character. Then we reduce. First of all, it is that. Then we can reduce the size to the one we desire. Okay. I don't know whether we are there now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's first try to check. No, it's not the one. So we are also going to change the font style, because we can see the font style is totally different. So first of all, let's change the font style. I don't know which one it is, so let's just keep checking. Let's keep checking. Okay, until we get the one we want. So you might wanna try, keep trying. I don't know whether it's the one. Okay. Somehow it looks similar. So we can keep trying. So assuming we have got the right one, okay, of which it's not yet the right one, we would just go ahead and let's try this medium. Okay, I think it should be one of these. Now still that is again too bold. That's too bold. Ladies and gentlemen, it's giving us hard time because we have to look for the exact font. So it's the same thing when you're designing a logo for an organization. They will always tell you that we use this logo, this text, this font style. So you'll have to look for that same font style and use it. So that's how hard it is. But anyway, don't worry. I'm going to just try one here and see. Okay, I think that's bad. That's really terribly different. So just to save time, we're going to go back to Arial and use it like that for now. Okay, now let's try to compare this size and the other one, and we have to be very careful. So we realize this one is still big, so let's reduce the font size, okay, a little bit more, something like that. Okay, just let's bring it, let's try 50. Now 50 is too much. Let's try 55. So, alright, I'm just going to stick with this one here. So when I check on the logo that I'm designing, I realize I am done with the DCA Act Alliance. Now we come to drawing this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very beautiful that this one, it's very simple. So I'm going to group it. To group it, you are still using the selection tool. Come and click somewhere outside and you drag over it, over all of that. Then you right click and say, okay, no, we cannot group because they're all text, but it's okay. For now, we're going to group at last. Let's group at last. So let's just move it one by one to the position we want it to be. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. Now let's come and draw this part here. So I'm going to just copy this because it's giving me a time to always see it. I'm going to paste it here so that I can just see from here what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to recreate this while seeing it. So I'm bringing it nearby so that I can see what I'm drawing. Okay. Now let's start with the first thing. I think we need to start with this kind of oval. So there I will come to this tool, rectangle tool. I click on all, then change to ellipse tool so that I can draw something like this. Okay. I don't know whether the size is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I think the size is okay. Let me just try increasing a bit. Yeah. Now, as we can see inside, there is no color. So change from black to no color. Then the sides, or what we call the stroke. Last time we talked about this thing, it is red in color. But the weight is big. So let's just increase the weight. Okay. I think that's equivalent to what they have there. But they're red. I think they're using this kind of red. That red is, yeah, so let me just increase the redness. I want to use the exact color. Okay. That's too much. Alright, let's just go on and continue doing this, and we see what do we have here. Yeah, now I think I can work with this. Yeah, it's okay. So now that's what we have, but as you can see, it has been cut from somewhere here. Okay, so here we have to cut it open. Now we have very many ways of doing that. Very simple. Let me take you through the simplest way. What if we just block from here up to somewhere here and people don't see it? So I would go to this tool and go to rectangle tool, then draw something here. rectangle, and I remove the borders for this rectangle. Then the fill color, I make it white so that people cannot see. Now you see? Yeah, so I can just now adjust it and bring it to the way I want. So you can see I've almost drawn it, so I just need to keep adjusting until I get what I want exactly, and I'll be done. That is how simple it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm almost there, okay? So that is the simplest way of doing that. So if someone is seeing, someone will see this as one shape which comes from here up to here, and yet in the actual sense it's an oval. It's complete, but I've just blocked this part. Okay, that is the first way. Please, that is the first way of doing this. The second way, I'm going to just copy this. Let me copy. I will Control C, then Control V to paste. The second way of doing this is here. Let me bring it here. The second way is to use what we call anchor points. So all I have to do is to come to the direct selection tool. We already talked about it last time. Then we can say we have only 4 anchor points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We add some here where we want to cut from. So I'll just come to the pen tool, click on all, then come to add anchor point, then add 1 at this point, then add 1 at this point. Now go ahead, use this selection tool and click the anchor point which is in the middle and delete it. So that's also another way of doing this. So whichever way you choose, any can work. Now the advantage, this one here, this one, the second one we have done, it is actually just from here up to here, but the first one we just covered it. So any way you choose, please just make sure you draw the right thing. Okay, I'm going to choose one of the two, and for you, you can try also both ways and choose one, but I would advise you just do one. So I was just trying to show you how best you can do to try to recreate this in different ways. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this second one because I'm okay with the first one. Now I'm done with that. I go now to draw the fish. Okay, to draw the fish. So before I draw the fish, let me group. Now I have this shape and I have this one here. So I want to group them so that it can be like one. I will highlight over it. Don't highlight everything because you may end up highlighting even the word DCA. Then you right click and you say group. So when you group, even if you click and move this one, it will also move with the other white thing. Okay, so let me just take it aside so that I can use this space to draw the fish. Alright, now when you look properly, the fish also comes from an oval. So I come to ellipse tool and draw. Like the fish. Okay? Yeah. But the fish has to be sharp. The mouth of the fish has to be sharp. So let me first bring this one and see if the fish will fit inside. Yep. I think, let me try to reduce the fish. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is okay. So let me take back the other shape, let me take it aside and remain with the fish. Now, let's go back to what we call the direct selection tool. Let's check on the anchor points that we have here. So when you click on the direct selection tool, we see we have 4 anchor points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, last time we talked about something. We said whenever you click on this anchor point tool, whenever you click on one of the anchor points, for example, if you click on that one, you will see these options displayed. This one's here. Okay. Let me just change the workspace and you see we are under essentials. Okay, let's continue with the essentials. Now, amongst this, the first one here is convert. To convert the anchor point selected into a corner. Now this one, it will convert it into a smooth point. So if we click on this anchor point at the corner, then we click on this one here, see what is going to happen. This corner which was sharp, let me undo it and you see. Sorry, this corner which was oval or kind of round will become sharp, like the mouth of the fish. Exactly what we want. So ladies and gentlemen, you can see that is how interesting it is. Now we also go ahead and do for the tail. Okay, so we also do for the tail. We change it from sharp like that. So now what we have to do is we can see the mouth is a little bit not too sharp. So we shall select that anchor point. Then we use we can use the arrow buttons on our keyboard. Choose the arrow, the one that points to the left, to click it so that it can move the mouth a little bit backwards like that. Okay, so once you're done with that, you can go back now to the general selection tool, then click on the circle oval again, the ellipse tool. This time around we want to draw the eye, so just draw the eye. Yeah, now but for the eye, make sure you remove the stroke color, and then the fill color is the one you keep as red. So remember, after clicking anything, you always have to go back to the move tool. So we already have the eyes. We have I think the eyes is too big so we can reduce it a little small. Yeah, if we're not seeing properly, we can zoom the screen. So you can zoom using Control+Z, so Control then plus on your keyboard, it will zoom, then Control-, it will zoom out. So we can always play around with that. Now we see that the tail of the fish is up, it's going the other way also. So what we have to do is to create this tail, this cutting tail. How do we do that? There are also two ways. The first way, which is the simplest way, is to draw a line. So let me start by drawing a line. Remember, this is a line, okay? So if yours is not showing as a line, you can always check. If at all you had left it under spiral, if it was here still, you click on all and come back to line. So you just draw a line up to there, then also draw a line up to there. Now we just change the shape here. You can see we want it to be proportional to the other one. So when you bring the cursor slightly outside here, last time we said it brings that symbol, you can see. So you can click and drag to rotate, then we can move it to the right position. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I already have my fish. Very interesting. So I can now come and bring back this first object here. Now I am done with my logo. I can group all this. I can group this now together and go to group. Now, so that when I'm moving, I can just move this closer. So when you look at this logo I've just designed with this one, you realize it's almost the same. But the only challenge here, the mouth of the fish, it's supposed to come this side. So you can double click on that point and go to the direct selection tool and click on that, and I can still move it there. Also, one more thing that you realize, the strokes. So from here I can change the stroke, let the stroke be red, but I want the weight to be more like that. I think that one is now more heavy. Yeah, but you realize it's also bringing the stroke for the other white thing. So when I continue clicking until it selects the white thing, I'll remove. I don't want this one to have the stroke. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my logo. For DCA, I can go ahead and now highlight even the words, then group it. After grouping, let me delete the other one. This is the sample I was using as a reference. So you can see this is the logo. Very interesting. How many minutes have I used? Very few minutes, but I get paid some good money. This is for an NGO, and you know NGOs, they pay good money. Okay, so if I'm able to recreate this, please don't forget a background. We have the artboard, but we don't have the background. We said we would create it at the end. So let's go to this oval tool and we change it to rectangle. So draw depending on the size of the background you want, but I can choose my background to be from here up to here only. And now you see it is covering the work because it is in front. So last time we talked about arranging. We said we click on it, right click, then you go to arrange, say send to back. It will go to the back. We are done with our work. So let us go ahead and export this work so that we can view. So go to file and go to exports, and then we can choose the type of the export or type of the file we are going to export. Please. Okay. File type, then choose JPEG. Okay. Choose location. Me, I'm going to put mine on the desktop, and then I click save. Color mode, we said we are using RGB. Quality, make sure you adjust the quality. If it is here, adjust it up to the end so that you have 10 and maximum. Baseline, make sure it's standard. Resolution, make sure it is high, 300 ppi. This one you can keep it at inted. Then you go ahead and click OK. Please, these settings, make sure you maintain them. If you're not getting it, watch this video again, because it's important that you keep the settings. After that, click OK, and you are done with everything. Remember, I've just showed you how to export. So exporting means you've saved your work for viewing with the other things or sharing, but we have not saved this Illustrator document, so that if you want to edit next time, so you still come to File, then Save As. This time round, the format here, you keep it as Illustrator, and you can save it wherever you want. My Illustrator files, I always save it onto here. Let me choose here. So I'll just go ahead and hit save. Sorry, no, let me add the name, logo for DCA. Yeah, then you click on save and you're done. You've saved your work. These ones you can keep it, just hit okay. You've saved your work, you can edit next time. You've also exported your work. So when I come on a desktop, this is the work. Now this is the logo I was able to design. Ladies and gentlemen, you tell me that I cannot be paid for this work that I've done. I've used something like 25 minutes, but actually let me be exact. I've used less than 20 minutes to design this, and I get paid 20,000 Ugandan shillings to design something like that. So this is the beauty of graphics design. And so in our assignment for today, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to go ahead and recreate this design. You're going to design it afresh from scratch. That is your assignment for today. After doing it, make sure you submit your assignment via email. That is agapemediaug@gmail.com. And we are going to send more of the instructions in the WhatsApp group. But otherwise, thank you so much for attending today's class, and apologies for what happened yesterday. We were unable to have our classes due to power issues, but we are going to keep up with that. So make sure you do the assignment and submit it, and we shall continue from there. And in case you're facing any difficulties, please don't hesitate to always inquire or ask any question. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Luke Davis from Agape Media. Have the best of your time.